here, and I'm with the Grudge. How you guys doing?
Oh, mate, doing alright.
So we're here at Metal to the Masses, 2 weeks, 2 Sundays away.
Yep.
You guys ready?
Hell yeah.
Can't wait.
Hell yeah,
Excellent,
man.
excellent. So how did you form as a band? When did it all start?
Kind of started. There was a previous band where it's just started a bit of an internet ads where someone put up what guitarists needed. I applied. Numbers were exchanged. Anyway, so met the guys from Wickham and all that. That band folded. At the main core of it, me, David, with other guitarist, and Matty, the bassist, we decided we wanted to go in the direction that we'd gone. Anyway, we were writing. Eventually, we were getting off for gigs. We were saying, we can't do the gig, we haven't got a lineup. So I phoned David up and I said, mate, look, we've been offered these gigs, like, we need to get a lineup together. So I quickly drafted in another guy, and I've known Keith for quite a while. Known his vocals, known what he's into musically, got him in, and it was bosh. You know what I mean? And we've gained a lot of momentum quite quickly. We've all become brothers from other mothers, really. Do you know what I mean? There's a great sense of. It's just, you know what I mean, like a good brotherly feeling.
When you have a bond, it really shows in your performance and the way you deliver. If you're not really getting on, you don't really have that passion.
It's a lot for a minute. There's no bosses really. Do you know what I mean? Like it's we can say what we think to each other. Do you know what I mean? No one tramples on anybody else's ideas. Like everybody, you know what I mean? We've got a good creative process. Do you know what I mean?
That leads me on to another good question. How does a track come about with you guys? And is it more of the same, or how do you
start? One of the guitarists will start with a riff on it, really. A small structure of a song, a couple of riffs. Got this, lads. What do you think? Then we'll all listen to it, and they'll sort of, as the musicians, you know, they'll sort of start structuring it as a chorus verse sort of number, and then I'll listen and come up with some melodies for the vocals from what they've got, and I'll write about whatever's in my mind at that time, and that's how we sort of, at the moment, that's how we've been.
There's also been a couple of, some stuff's kind of happened from jams, do you know what I mean? Like just, after we've just set up in rehearsal, do you know what I mean? Like, set up, someone starts doing something, and like, oh, that's good, do you know what I mean? And then it kind of snowballs from there.
What material do you have at the moment?
We've got 5. No, it's a 6-track EP that we're just putting the finishing touches on at the moment.
Just recorded a couple of weeks ago.
We've got, I mean, just in my computer at home and in my head, and the other guys, we've got loads and loads of riffs and little song bits and so on. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot.
There's a lot coming there.
We've already got a hell of a lot ready to kind of slowly but surely unleash.
Yeah. When will that be, do you think? Is it a set date, or just kind of when it's
EP
finished?
will definitely be released early in the new year. We're making sure that it's really as we want it. Just to get the mixing and mastering. Do you know what I mean?
There's no point in rushing. You want to get it exactly how it
Christmas is a bad time to bring out music.
And also, do you know what I mean? We've all got day jobs. It's also the money side of things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
We recorded it in like a friend's studio. Do you know what I mean? So it's we're starting off small, but do you know what I mean? With big aspirations.
Yeah, no, that's how it just, it's taking steps to as you evolve along. So what was your experiences of Metal to Masses been, and how did you get invited?
A friend of mine, Stuart, bless his soul, he put on Facebook, because he's a massive heavy metal fan. He goes any gig that's in London, he'll be there, you know. And he put this word out, tagged all these friends that are in bands.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sort it out, lads, you know, enter this. And so I was like, what do you think, fellas? And everyone was like, let's do it. Yeah. So through Stuart, bless him, my friend,
that's good.
We took it from there. Yeah, that's how we found out about it.
So have you heard anything about what from any previous years, or is it just?
I've heard about.
I stumbled into it last year. I was stuck for something to do one Sunday night. I just thought I'm going to go out to Camden and see what's going on. So I came down here, and lo and behold, one of my mates' bands was playing there anyway.
Okay, cool.
Do you know what I mean? So it was. You know what I mean?
How would you feel if you went through to the final and played Bloodstock? Is that something that's?
I love it, mate.
That would be a dream, you know. Yeah, that would.
I wouldn't complain.
No, exactly. Yeah, that would be pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, that would.
I suppose what kind of influences do you have as musicians, and how does that get included into the
loads?
Yeah.
I mean, we're all into different stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes some of our stuff quite unique. None of our songs really. No song sounds like the other song because everybody's coming from different.
It's true.
angles.
Yeah.
We've got a unified, I guess, a unified love for bands like Down, Crowbar, COC, that kind of band.
Yeah,
But there's also a lot of the old kind of 70s stuff, Sabbath and Skinhead.
We've got going on. Got going on.
Davey likes Saxon.
Someone's got to.
No, it's good
Matt
to
is
see.
He's into a lot of the kind of like Melvins and do you know what I mean? He always comes up with some, what you got in the past day, mate? Some crazy obscure stoner shit, which is cool.
No, I mean, I even to this day, I mean, since the age of 8, I was listening to old school hip hop.
Oh, okay.
And I still listen to it now.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
for me, that's a big influence.
Yeah.
Somehow, in my brain, that is in there for when I write lyrics. But you know, I love Pantera as well. That's one of my all-time favourite bands.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm always listening to metal and hip hop and soul and all sorts of stuff. Old school R&B, the real R&B. You know, not this modern, what they call R&B.
Well,
loads of different
rhythm and
stuff.
blues, mate.
Yeah,
I like a bit of Rory Gallagher and that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
It's good. There's kind of music for every mood, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what it's
absolutely.
about,
Blues as well. You know, I love blues.
Wino devotee to the core, mate. Do you know what I mean? Love everything. You know what I mean? He's one of my heroes, mate. One of my heroes.
Well, I suppose what kind of message would you have for people who haven't seen you guys and thinking about coming on the Sunday? This is your platform.
You won't be disappointed.
No, definitely.
If that don't sound too arrogant.
Yeah.
We love doing it. We love doing it. Do you know what I mean? We go on stage looking like this and we come off a sweaty mess. Do you know what I mean?
No, you'll be entertained. You won't be able to not stamp your foot or bang your head or, you know, we've got grooves, we've got riffs.
We've also got some mellow, spacious stuff going on as well, which is some of our songs are a bit of a kind of a ride, I guess. Do you know what I mean?
They're epic.
We're enjoying the epic side of things as well. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. On that note, best of luck.
Cheers, man. Nice one,
thanks
Ricky.
a lot,
Nice one,
man.
mate.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
We'll see you on Sunday.
Cheers, man. Yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks.